Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. So it's another Motivational Monday video. So as I promised last week, I'm going to be talking about the supplies that you need to purchase to become a loan signing agent. So as I stated in the last video, if you haven't watched even how to become a loan signing agent, I'll link it down below, but you're going to want to do those steps first, and then this is the very next step. So like I said, where we left off, don't sign up for any signing agencies until you have all of these supplies. I'm going to go over some are optional and some are not, and I'll let you know which ones are and aren't. So I'm going to start with the optional options. So optional is going to be a binder. So what I did was I have a binder. This is just something I made on Canva, and it's the 1-inch binder. I got it from Target. It was like less than $5, but this has all of my important documents. So my IRS paperwork, my commission, my W-9, all that important stuff is in here that way, and it's also in a secure place. So if I go somewhere and they need a hard copy of it, or I have to come back home and produce the hard copy, I have it there. That leads me to, I bought sheet protectors. These are also optional. They were really inexpensive, again from Target, less than $5. I will link everything down below that I can find the link to that I purchased these. They were either purchased from Office Depot, Staples, or Amazon or Target, and I will link that down below. So again, these are optional. The next thing that I bought that was optional was my commission expiration stamp. So as you can see, it says it on here. And this is needed for, because some of your paperwork, they're going to ask you for this, so you can just stamp it instead of having to write it out. Sometimes it has where you just write the date. Sometimes you have to write this whole thing. So I got this. The lady that I took the class from, she said that this was a great option, so I bought one. Again, all this stuff to me was relatively inexpensive, but it adds up. So it comes, everything together comes out to be a whole lot. But again, you can talk to your CPA or your tax accountant about how to write those things off and such. So this was optional. The next thing that's optional is a mouse pad. If you already have one, you don't have to buy it. I'm redoing my home office, so I wanted to go with the aesthetic, so I bought another mouse pad. I don't have my business cards here. They have been ordered from Zazzle. They were supposed to be here Monday, but I don't know where they are, so I've been in contact with them, but I can't show you those because I don't have them. But business cards are going to be something that you do need. So I'm now going into the stuff that you need, which is necessities. So business cards and a second stamp. So as I stated before, I might have shown you guys, I already have a stamp. I don't have the self-inking one, but this is my stamp. And then what you're also going to need is replacement pads for them. So I read online and I did a lot of research. You're going to want a second stamp because let's say I'm out and this one goes out for some reason, or the ink goes dry, and let's say I haven't ordered another replacement pads and I got a full day the next day or that day. I'm screwed. I don't have a stamp. So you always want to have 2 stamps just to make sure that you have backup so business isn't lost. And what I did is I bought a little pink case. That way I know the difference between when I'm going in my bag, if I have to hurry up and I need to get my stamp, I know, okay, pink pencil case, where's where my stamps are. Next, that's optional, but I mean, it's not optional, it's necessities, but it's your preference, is business casual. So a lot of the signing services, once you start signing up for them, after you have all your supplies, a lot of the dress code is business casual, so that's just your preference. But like sweatpants and just sandals and stuff like that is not appropriate to be a LSA, a loan signing agent. So whatever your preference or thought of business casual attire is, you're going to want to have. I had to get new clothes some because after I had our daughter, I have not been the same weight. I haven't lost all my weight, so stuff didn't fit pre-baby, so I had to buy some more clothes. But is what it is. I'm grateful for my blessing. Next, if you already have a mouse, you don't need another one. I already had this because I got my laptop, my MacBook, which is your next thing. To be a loan signing agent, you have to have a computer. So this is mine. Of course, my pumpkin's on there. But I have the MacBook Air, I believe. I got the one that has the Final Cut Pro on it, so it was this was a nice investment. I think my wife bought it for me as a gift because she knew I was starting some businesses, but I will link what I got. But I got these together. So yeah, you're gonna need a computer because you have to download the documents, print them off and stuff like that, so you need a computer. Next, you're gonna need a scanner. I wouldn't say a mobile scanner. I know that a lot of the signing companies, they prefer you to have one, because if you need to like go to Starbucks or be in your car and do your scan backs, which is what you have to scan back to them sometimes. Some companies require scan backs. So instead of coming home to have to do it, you could just plug it in your laptop and go while you're on the go. But if you have a regular scanner, I think it can work. Just depends on your proximity to where you are, because you do have to meet your return time. So like, let's say you have a signing an hour away. Well, by the time you go there, sign, come back, scan back, and then you have to hurry up and make it to FedEx or UPS. So I got a mobile scanner. And so this is a case I got off Amazon. My wife found it for me and I really like it. I just like the organization and to keep everything really organized. I got the Brother ADS 1200 and I really like it. I like that it has the little feeder. You can move this for size documents. You can scan a debit or credit card. So I like this one. I had another one that didn't have the feeder. This one you can also scan. It says 20 documents, but I really liked it. So it's what I'm going to stick with. It was a little bit more pricey than the regular one that I had, but I think it's going to be well worth the investment. Next, you're going to need, because of COVID, we're still in a pandemic, you're going to need some Clorox wipes or some type of sanitizing wipes. This is for when you finish with your signings. You can ask some of your signers to wear gloves, but if they're not comfortable, then after they sign, I wear gloves just to be safe. I wear gloves for everything in this pandemic. So pumping gas, opening doors, debit card readers. I'm just being safe. And we were completely safe until my daughter got exposed to COVID at school. That's the only reason we got COVID, but other than that, we took serious measures with COVID. So this is to wipe your pens down and your stuff down after you leave with the signer, and then also your Germ-X. So I have my signers, they will be wearing, like before we start, before they even touch the pens, you're gonna hand sanitizer. Okay, next you're gonna get 2 pencil cases. So I got these from Target. I just like the look. I like the clear look, that way I can see in them. But difference, of course, because they're for different things. So in this one, I have black and blue pens. And you're gonna need black or blue, not colored, because most of the documents they're gonna ask you to sign in blue. But I have black just in case. And I have gel pens. I have the regular big pens. I have all different kinds, and then you're also going to want to have highlighters. Now you cannot highlight on the actual documents, but for me, if I have a question or something like that, I will highlight like on my sticky note for myself so I can remember it. Or if this is like a scan back or something, I will highlight my stuff, but you can't highlight documents. That's the only thing. I think I have a Sharpie in here just for peeps sake, just in case I'm prepared if I need to do something with a Sharpie. But this is pens. Yeah, I do. I have a pink Sharpie in here. Pens and highlighters and Sharpies. Okay, then I have the next one. So in here, you're going to want to have a stapler. Of course, you're going to want to have backup staples. Sometimes your signers, your signing company or agency is going to want you to staple the documents or like a check or whatever. Sometimes they want you to tape it. Sometimes they want you to paper clip it. So this is always good to have, and they will specify. I have a staple remover, that way I don't rip the paper. I have Post-it notes. I have different kinds. I have the pop-up kind. I have the regular kind. Always have paper clips, because as I said, your signing agency may not want staples, and so you might have to paper clip something for your signers. Next, you're going to want to have binder clips, and these are different sizes. I also have some smaller sizes in my desk, but yeah, you're going to want to have these, because again, these don't create as many marks, and so they might not want you to staple, they might not want you to paper clip, but they might want you to binder clip it. So these are always good to have. And then I also have the post-it flags. I also have the ones that have the arrows, which are these. And they're like, show exactly where they need to sign. So that's what I have. And that's that pencil case. Next, as I stated, my business cards have not got here. I've been on the phone with Zazzle about where are they. But that's a whole nother story. But this is my business card holder. I think it said it holds up to 20 or 25. I like it. It's magnetic and it's black, nice and sleek. I didn't need anything fancy because this goes in my bag and I just literally would take it out and boom, or put it with my packet for my signers. Next, you're going to want to get these shipping label envelopes. These are free from UPS. I don't know about FedEx yet. I actually have to go to FedEx so I will ask. But this is for your shipping labels. When you get your packet, you have to ship the packet back to the signing agency. You just fold your label, put it in here, and boom, it goes on your packet back to them. So that way it doesn't get wet or messed up or anything like that. Next, you're going to want to have legal size manila envelopes. So I opted to get the legal size because even if I have a packet that is all letter size, you just never know. Sometimes you're going to have legal and letter paper, one or the other. So I just opted for the bigger size. And my documents go in there. So when you get a signing, you have to print out two copies of everything. So I put my copy in here so I know, okay, this and then this has to be signed. Also, when I'm sending my packet back to the signing agency, I put the documents in here. I binder clip it, and then it goes in the folder and gets shipped off. So that way everything is just nice, neat, and all together. The second copy that you print is for the signer. So this is a clasped envelope. I think it's 10 by 13, but again, I'll post a link. I got these from Amazon, a pack of like 30 for I think like $12 or $13. It was really a really good deal from what I saw in store. Again, this is legal size. So again, I just opted for the bigger size because you never know if you're going to have a mix or one or the other. So I put all of the signer's documents in here, and then I don't paper clip them just because, or binder clip them for what, but I put all the documents in here, I put it down, and then I put my business card, I staple it to them. So that way also when I research, and I've found when you go to a signer, they will keep your business card most of the time. Sometimes they throw it in the trash, but they'll remember like, okay, you did so great, you were like great, we really liked you, your vibe was great. So then they call you back when they have more stuff that you need to notarize them for. Next, you're going to want to have, I just blanked out, you guys, clipboards. So I don't have the traditional ones. If you guys notice, I'm just really kind of extra, or I like different things. I don't like the just kind of cardboard looking one. So I have a clear one. I like see-through, like clear things if you haven't noticed yet. But this is a letter size one for letter size documents. And I also had read on this one girl's YouTube that I found and I watched that to get a legal size one, because you don't know if you're going to have all legal size documents. And so let's say you have a signing or you have general notary work and somebody calls you and it's a legal size document, but you have a letter size clipboard. Well, your paper is going to be hanging off, and then you got to figure out how to move it up or whatever. So always have two, I found is great. Next, you're gonna have your paper. So this is the main supply you're gonna need, and it's just something you're gonna have to continually replenish, and it's not so expensive, but it's not so cheap either, if that makes sense. So you're gonna want to make sure that it's 20 pounds. This is letter paper. I got this from Target, and you guys, Target is my favorite if you haven't found out. I have a Target addiction. Next, you're going to want to get legal size paper. Again, 20 pounds. I got this on Amazon. I have found, I don't know if because being a notary is like a hot thing or just supply and demand, I don't know, or for businesses, I just don't know. But finding the legal size paper in store has been a little bit harder, so I just order it from Amazon and it comes right to my house. Okay, next, you guys, is my notary bag. So I actually found this from a lady's YouTube channel, and when I looked into it, I just like the size of it. So it's really big and it's really spacious, and I like pockets because I am like OCD somewhat, and I like just everything organized, and I like just pockets on pockets on pockets. So let me show you guys the bag. So this is Swiss Winker, I think that's how you say it. Again, I will link it down below. This was like $99 before tax. So it has a pocket in the front. And then, oh, I forgot about this pocket, you guys. Where's the zipper? It just has pockets on pockets. Like, this is the bag that keeps giving. You have another pocket here. So you have stuff here. Then you can put stuff up here. Then you have a pocket here. So that is so far 1, 2, 3. We're on our third big pocket. This is the big pocket. And I think you can put your laptop in this one. Yeah. So it has a laptop thing right up here in the front. Let me see if you can see it. That you put your laptop in. And then it's another pocket at the very, very back. So this is also, and I like that because I like to travel. So if I'm going somewhere on business, you can put this on your luggage. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a thing and you slip your luggage underneath. It also is a rolling bag. And when watching her channel, she explained, I kind of wanted like a fashion forward one, but it was just like a tote. But she made a great point that sometimes your bag is really heavy and that can create stress on your shoulders or your back. And so you just want to be able to roll it and go. That way you don't have to worry about that stress on your back and your shoulders. And I thought that was a great point. So I got this bag and I love it so far. If you want to see what exactly all is in my notary bag, because all of this stuff does not go in my notary bag, some of this stuff stays at home, let me know and I will do a video about it. So the next very thing is, let me clear off some of this stuff really quick. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. So I had to move this stuff out of the way, that way you guys could see. I got a pen on the floor, hold on. Okay, so then last thing before I show you the other two things you need is a phone. Again, I've explained, I think in the last 2 videos, this is my business phone. I have found when I got my first signing, which that is going to be the next video about what happened with that. I'm excited to share it with you guys. It was a funny experience, but a learning experience already. When I had to call the signer, he called me back with a question, and I'm just really grateful that I didn't give my personal phone number out. So again, it helps with your signing companies because I get all my text messages to this for, let me see if I can actually find one for you guys. I deleted it. So I got several yesterday, but the timing just didn't work for me, so I had to reply I was not available. They were like at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and I'm just not going anywhere at 9 or 10 o'clock at night to somebody's house. And so it's just been great. I get all my business stuff here, and you're going to start seeing when you sign up for signing services that they continually ask for your phone number. That's how they contact you. Like, that's how you get your business. If you go and sign up for on Google My Business and put your phone number out on Google so you can start your business side of things, you're just going to me, everything has worked out and been really beneficial to have a business phone. That way the general public is not calling my personal phone number. So this is optional. I forgot to mention a business phone. So the last 2 things you're going to want to get, again, optional. If you already have a computer desk, then you are completely fine. Like I said, I'm redoing my office. I won't say redoing. I had a completely different vision for my office, and I am now going a different direction with my aesthetic for my marketing. It's going to match in my office. So I got my office, my desk stuff from IKEA, and there were pieces. So I got the drawers. They're 2 separate parts, so it's not one cohesive desk. It looks like one, but it's 3 different parts. So I got 2 desk drawers. I'm eventually going to get a 3rd one, I think, so I can have a double desk. I just want the length and the space. But for right now, this does. I have a lot of room. It's more spacious than my last desk, so I'm really grateful. But I just want a little bit bigger space as my business grows. But I got 2 Alex desk drawer units, and then I got the top. So yeah, it was great. I love it. It matches, if you have seen me on social media, my morning post or my morning like quotes are with marble background. That is the aesthetic for my business. Also, in the intro video is marble. So if you haven't picked up, my colors are marble, black, and gold. So that is what I'm matching in my office. And I will show you guys the desk, and the next thing you're going to see, because I'm going to show you guys both at the same time. So if you have a desk, great. If you don't, you need to get a desk, because you're going to have to set up what is next, your dual tray printer. You can have a single tray printer, but eventually I just believe it's easier to use a dual tray. So your dual tray printer, you're going to have one tray that has letter paper and one tray that has legal paper. There are certain settings for certain signing companies. Some signing companies want you to print some on legal, some on letter, all legal, all letter, or a mixture of the 2. And so the dual trays, you can set your settings for your whatever you're printing on to where it automatically prints whatever needs to be printed legal, whatever needs to be printed letter. So it just makes your life easier. Now, what was frustrating for me when I got my dual tray printer is I did not realize, because of the pandemic, people working at home, children at home, that printers had to be bought, because you had to, what you were normally printing in your office, you now have to do it at home. So now there was a printer shortage. So this printer on the Brother website is originally $2.99. You guys, I paid, like, with tax, almost $1,000. So somebody or a tech company or something must have bought a lot of them in bulk, and then they're upselling them. So I realized the price difference. I needed the printer, and so I emailed Amazon and was like, hey, here's the original price from the Brother website. Like, is there anything you can do to help me? So they contacted the sellers. They gave me a $40 like refund to my credit card, but I used it. This was my first business expense on my business credit card, but $40 back is better than nothing. But I would have definitely wished to have paid $3.90 or $2.99 plus tax versus almost $1,000. But I'm just grateful I got it, and yeah, it's a real investment. That is probably going to be the biggest investment. All this other stuff, you know, you can start out and getting, and it's not as expensive as you think, but your printer is your biggest investment. Your printer and your bag are going to be your investments. And I will say, sorry guys, I have a little bit of sinus from getting over a cold. And your scanner, depending on what scanner you use. I will say though, don't try and cut corners and be cheap on certain things. Like, I would say your printer, your scanner, your bag, and your computer, and your phone, depending on what you do. Your tech stuff, do not cut corners on, because you're going to pay for it later, and you're going to have to later upgrade. You may not be able to write two of the same thing. Like, if you already have, let's say, like, you just get a cheap laptop, but then later you're like, okay, I'm gonna upgrade later when I get more money, then you might not be able to write both of them off or whatever. I'm not a CPA, so I can't give you that advice, but I would just say go ahead and make the initial investment on your tech stuff, your paper, your pens, and all that kind of stuff. That stuff you can cut corners on, but I would say don't cut corners on those, because you're going to see for it and you're going to pay for it in your business. So I'm going to show you my desk and my printer, and then make sure you comment down below, you subscribe. Let me know what other video you want to see next. Our next video is going to be about my very first signing, and I think I have a video for you guys for Family Fridays, and I'm really excited to just keep on documenting this journey with you guys. So I'll see you next week. Let me show you my laptop, and not my laptop, my desk and my printer. So this is my desk. Again, I have one Alex drawer unit, another one, and then the top, and then this is the dual tray printer. So this is the Brother HL L5200 DW, and as you can see, this says letter, this says legal, and you can also see from the back the tray is out a little further because of course legal paper is longer. So I really love it. Again, it's super easy. This is the letter paper, and this is the legal paper. In here, as you can see, it's less because I had some stuff with my signing, so I had to print all those documents. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next week. Bye.